So today I have another extremely successful homeschool story for you. And this was someone who has a huge music career and started homeschooling around age 14. So, Taylor Swift. Her music career took off when she was 14, so she was homeschooled her last few years of high school. She said, "My homeschooling has been a great experience. I feel like I've had the best senior year possible. It's awesome that I've been able to stay on the same path to graduating that I would have been on if I'd stayed in high school. I'm going to graduate this year, and I'm so excited about that." So she's a Christian and attended preschool and kindergarten at a Montessori school run by the Bernardine Sisters of St. Francis before transferring to the Wincroft School. When she was 9 years old, the family moved to Wyoming, PA, and she attended West Reading Elementary Center in Wyoming area junior and senior high school. So, at the age of 9, she turned her attention to musical theater and performed in Berks Youth Theater Academy productions of Grease, Annie, Bye Bye Birdie, and The Sound of Music. She traveled regularly to New York City for vocal and acting lessons. However, after a few years of auditioning in New York and not getting anything, she became interested in country music. At age 11, after many attempts, Taylor won a local talent competition by singing a rendition of LeAnn Rimes' Big Deal, and was given the opportunity to appear as the opening act for Charlie Daniels at Strausstown Amphitheater. This interesting country music isolated Swift from her middle school peers. She was standing out a little bit from the crowd, considering she was in the Northeast. At age 12, Taylor was shown by a computer repairman how to play 3 chords on a guitar, which inspired her to write her first song, Lucky You. She had previously won a national poetry contest with a poem entitled Monster in My Closet, but now began to focus on songwriting. She moved to Nashville at age 14, having secured an artist development deal with RCA Records. She left RCA Records when she was 15. The label wanted her to record the work of other songwriters and wait until she was 18 to release an album. But she felt ready to launch her career with her own material. At an industry showcase at Nashville's Bluebird Cafe in 2005, Taylor Swift caught the attention of Scott Borchetta, who was preparing to form his own independent record label, Big Machine Records. Taylor was one of the new label's first signings. Taylor released her debut album, Taylor Swift, in October of 2006 and received generally positive reviews from music critics. The New York Times described it as a small masterpiece of pop-minded country, both wide-eyed and cynical, held together by Miss Swift's firm, pleading voice. Her single, Our Song, made her the youngest solo writer and singer of a #1 country song. The album sold 39,000 copies during its first week. In 2008, she released her second album, Fearless, and became the second best-selling country single of all time, peaking at #4 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. 4 more singles were released throughout 2008 and 2009, White Horse, You Belong to Me, 15, and Fearless. You Belong to Me was the album's highest charting single, peaking at #2 on the Billboard Hot 100. The album debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 album chart. It was a top-selling album of 2009 and brought Swift much crossover success. So, while most of her peers donned caps and gowns to receive their high school diplomas, country star Taylor Swift was strumming a guitar and performing for thousands of fans. So, Swift got her diploma in the mail. Swift said that she never expected her senior year to go the way it did, but she had been expecting to live her dreams and still continue her education. On May 30th, 2023, Share This website reported, "You may have seen photos of the blonde-haired beauty posing in a cap and gown last May whilst appearing at a very special ceremony of one of America's most prestigious universities, NYU. During the appearance, Taylor gave an impressive commencement speech and earned her own honorary doctorate degree in fine art. Despite her well-publicized graduation speech in honor of the renowned campus, Taylor has never actually attended classes at the university. She shot to fame at the tender age of 15, so a college education wasn't in the cards for her, but nevertheless, she was thrilled to be honored with the accolade. In her commencement speech, the star talked about her education, explaining, "I never got to have the normal college experience per se. I went to public school until 10th grade and finished my education doing homeschool work on the floors of airport terminals." The stories over time start to throw off the original timeline. I would expect that the things that she said when she was younger were more true to the timeline of her homeschooling than things she went back and reported in retrospect. But here's an interesting story. One woman on TikTok who claims she went to high school with a 32-year-old artist is confirming what the fans know to be true. Everything Miss Swift does is intentional. "I went to the same high school as Taylor Swift. We grew up in the same town," Jessica McLean claimed in her TikTok video, chiming into all the conspiracy theory talk among the Swifties. The TikToker started off by saying she wanted to issue a blanket apology for not knowing much about the singer, even though they went to Henderson High School in Tennessee. "In 2006, I'm a freshman in high school. Taylor, I think, is a junior. Teardrops on My Guitar had just come out, I think, over the summer. Obviously, she got really big, and that's the year she left school and got homeschooled. So if we do that math, she attended high school 9th grade, 10th grade, and some of 11th grade before homeschooling. And actually, she graduated from Henderson High School. Well, okay, so the medium.com claims that she graduated from Henderson High School a year early. So the story starts getting muddled. According to the SwiftMuseum.com, to help Taylor's break into country music, her father transferred his job to an office in Nashville when she was 14, and the family relocated to a lake house in Henderson, Tennessee, where Taylor attended high school. 2 years later, she transferred to Aaron Academy to better accommodate her touring schedule through homeschooling. Aaron Academy is an online homeschool program. Feel free to contact our office for any related information about our school. So that's advertising from the website. It's a little weird, but basically what it means is that Aaron Academy that she transferred into is an umbrella school in Tennessee that seems to be a direction you can take when homeschooling in Tennessee. It makes everything easy peasy, especially when parents and the student are preoccupied in some other discipline like athletics or entertainment. And so you just do the school online and stuff, and maybe she was able to transfer that back to the public school and graduate. I have no idea. But it is an easy way to accelerate, which means graduating a year early makes a ton of sense. So if you don't know, an umbrella school is an entity typically considered a private school which serves to oversee homeschooling families and help them meet requirements of their state's homeschooling laws. Sometimes the umbrella school is an actual physical private school with which homeschooling families can partner. Tennessee gives you 3 choices for homeschooling. You can register directly with your school or county school board. You can register with an umbrella school or a church-related school, or you can register with an online accredited school. So, that's the story on Taylor Swift. It's a little muddy when she switched to homeschooling and when she graduated, but I think that just got muddier as time passed and, just the statement of her education became oversimplified. Net and net is, from what I can tell, she went to public school through maybe the first few months of grade 11 and then transferred to the online school and then graduated maybe by mail. Maybe she got to go back and attend her high school graduation. That seems really weird and vague. But that's kind of how the stories of homeschool graduates go if they've become famous. A lot of their personal information gets stripped from the net. But we know she had a traditional education up until the last years and only homeschooled to make her career possible. Till next time.